born and lived in San Purte until when I was 8 years old. We left for Britain on May 21st, 1937. My mother had recently heard of the death of my father, where he was defending Guernica. So it was left to an elderly relative to bring my sister and me to the docks to join the thousands of other children embarking for Britain. Paco has just told you about his mixed experiences at several colonies. I was only at one place, after North Stoneham, and did not have a good experience. My sister and I were among 20 girls sent to the Sisters of Nazareth convent at Didsbury, Manchester. I was there from 1937 to 1943. There, it was an enclosed convent. We never left for 6 years. I don't want to say anything more about it. At the end of the Spanish Civil War, we couldn't go home because we had no home to go to. As I said, our father had been killed, and our mother was now, was now a refugee somewhere in France with my brother. We were taken out of the wretched convent by a doctor friend of a relative. I was 14 years old. We lived with him and his wife for a year. Then they had a child and there was no room for me. My sister stayed with the doctor because she went to work at his hospital in Manchester. And I decided that I would like to move down to London to be near the other Basque children. I stayed at the colony at Woodside Park in Finchley for a year, and then went to the Basque Children's Committee, who found me a job as a nursery nurse. I was 15 at the time. The Second World War was on in its last year, and there were plenty of jobs for nursery nurses. I spent 3 years working as a nursery nurse in a beautiful Queen Anne house in Bethnal Green that was owned by Cambridge University. I was happy there and well looked after. There were 2 other Basque girls came to Bethnal Green with me, Rosita Sanchez and Maria Jesus Robles, Paco's sister. We all became very good friends. Rosita took me for the very first time to the Hogar Español, which was a beautiful place in Bayswater. And there, to my surprise, I found that there was many more hundreds of children like myself. There were lots of other niños there who stayed in Britain after both the wars. We developed very close bonds. We became, for each other, the family that we had lost. And we have remained a family ever since. I don't know if others who have not gone through my experience can quite understand how we all feel towards each other. After Bethnal Green, I took a job in a factory belonging to John, where I worked as a dressmaker in the department as a finisher. It was there that I met my husband-to-be, Jaime. We married in 1952, and we have celebrated in February our anniversary of happy marriage, 60 years. Wow. I am the last of the Niños Vascos to speak today, so I will end by welcoming our special family of Niños Vascos. Over the 75 years, we have shared happiness and laughter, but also a lot of sorrow. Now is perhaps the time to remember our brothers and sisters who are not here today, either because they cannot travel or because they have died. At today's event, we'll remember them all. Thank you.